how's it going, everybody? Well, we have sure had a little dry spell here. Been trying really hard. It's a good cat. Been trying really hard to keep my traps full for my kiddos, and had a hell of a time. But I set a couple traps 2 days ago. I'll show you the location. That cat thinks he's hid, so he ain't gonna go nowhere. But I caught a bobcat here a couple years ago in the same exact set. I'll show you. So there's just a good trail right there. Runs through when it goes up under this tree, and I didn't think I caught nothing because I planted these little pieces of sagebrush. My trap was buried right there, and the sagebrush is still up. So Daniel didn't come walk up and look at it, but I peeked over and I could see my pan cover. And anyway, I caught a great big tom here a couple years ago, and I just caught another really, really good cat. Big cat. I don't think he's been caught long because he's got a lot of freaking energy. I'm glad he's caught good. He's not the most photogenic bobcat, but he's caught good, so I'm not too terribly worried about it. He's a big bobcat though. This will be in my life in this, maybe within this 100-yard spot here. I've caught 6 cats here, so for whatever reason, it's a really good spot. I mean, it's quite a popular camping spot, to be honest. There's trash all over, and you always kind of got to be careful, but shit, that's a good tom. That's a big tom. Big tom. Really big tom. Oh my hell. So anyway, I usually put a trap right back there, but honestly, I set this trap for coyotes. So it was just a flat set. I learned how to make this set from a guy named Jeremy Cooley. I just saw his video. It's called the Perfect Coyote Set. But basically, you put your trap right there, and it's just a flat set. So there's urine, and a couple little punch holes. And there's a couple little punch holes in the, on either side with just a teensy tiny bit of powdered river paste bait in the holes, and just that and some bobcat urine, and that did the trick. But that's a hell of a good bobcat. Big one. Big old fat tom face. Look at that thing. Yellow teeth. I mean, it's kind of it's a dynamite spot whether I was trying to catch a cat here or not. But I mean, a trap's a trap, but good ledges, cedar tree along a trail. Pretty tough to beat it. Rained last night. God, what a mean little bastard. Anyway, the old full pad catch. Big ass bobcat. Good old full pad catch. Laminated 4-coil bridger number 2. Big old badass bobcat. Alright guys, I just got that bobcat skunned and fleshed. I'm just going to do a little video on how I put them up, take it for what it's worth. Just going to show you how I do it. I do pretty good in the fur market with my cats, so maybe you can learn something. Here we go. Here's the stretchers I use. I just got a new batch of these, just trying them out. This is my first year, the Freedom brand. I like to mark how long they are, and then anyway, I'll show you that, and then you can measure your cat after you stretch it. Anyway, I just borax some blood out. I had to shoot it. I didn't bring my catch pole, so anyway, I like to use these big long metal push pins to put them up, and I'll show you how I do it. First thing I did, I took a little bit of borax, and first I flushed the cat, and then I put some borax inside it. And I boraxed the outside. It peed on itself, and there was a little bit of blood where I shot her. It's just a great big dry female, so Anyway, I'm calling her, but I put a little borax on the inside, got that dried, and I'm just gonna flip it and show you how we pin everything up, you know, to kind of finish them. The power's out today, for some reason. Scheduled power outage, I got a letter in the mail about it. But I'll take that side that I marked, and I'll, that'll be the tail side, or, you know, the back. And slide her down over there. And I'll kind of get an initial stretch on her. Well, when you do this, you want to make sure that you kind of taxi the skin around and you know, get them square so they're, you know, so their ears are straight and not twisted, and so their legs come out in the same place. You know, so that belly's kind of centered on your board. I'm gonna have to add an extension on there. This cat's a little bit longer than I thought. So the first thing I'll do, trim that little off. I got a little close to her butthole. Trim that little piece off. So that I like a good, when I stretch these cats, I'll come down and I'll get all the kind of stretch out of it, and then I'll move my stretcher wide. Like that. I like to stretch my cats a little bit wide. They can, when they make the garments, they can get more out of them if you stretch them wide versus long, you know. The length is kind of standard on a coat, you know, the fur coats they're making, so you just want to, you know, stretch it wide and they can get more out of it, and, you know, you might get a little bit more out of your cats. Looks like she's going to be about 38, which is pretty good. You know, it's an XL cat is 36. So I'll put my pins in. I'll show you what I'm doing after I do it. First thing I do, I'll take my pins and kind of stretch the bottoms straight across. And then you'll stretch your tail. I'm just going like that. She actually about hit 39. You know, you want your tail centered. Just a little board that I'll use on their bellies. You know, because when we flip them over, we're going to do a Nevada style stretch. You want to pin these two legs together down and pin the white together so that it gives the appearance of a wider cat. This isn't a super great cat belly wise, but it's big enough to kill, so that's why I did it. I'm just going to add my little extension board on here. It's not necessary, but I like it. Helps me stretch some legs long, because I've already got this cat stretched to width. So I just want to get her, now I just want to get it as, you know, as long as you can get out of it. So the first thing I'll do, I'm doing this belly side, is I'll take and I'll pull these legs down and start pinning. So I'll pull these legs down and pin them clear down by their toes. Pin them together. Oops. And you want to do this uniformly. You know, you want it, these fur buyers are paying top dollar. You know, you want to give them the best product you can. And the other reason I use this little extension is so that I can, you know, so that I can pin these legs together. There's a little bit of fat left over right there. I'm going to take some borax and kind of get that out before I stretch it, because I hate looking at them when they got fat in there and the hair looks greasy. So I'm just going to borax that really fast, get all that nasty shit out. one thing you want to do when you use this borax, you want to blow them out really good before you go to the sale. Sometimes when the buyers, they pop them and the borax flies out, they don't like it too much. So I started right here. I'm just going to work my way up the belly. I'm going to put a pin every inch or so. Put them, you know, so you get a good straight, nice defined line. Just pinning that. Spinning that. I'm putting a pair of pins every 1.5 to 2 inches, and then I'll go back in and fill them in a little bit closer. So when you get to the top, there's a little bit more extra skin, as you can tell. You know, I've got kind of a nice little line of pins right there, but there's more skin right here, so you get a little tricky. I'll probably pin this piece right here, and then I'll make a nice flap, and I'll pin that down. I'll try and tuck that gray or that tan skin in. When you skin them, I like to follow the white line, and it gives the appearance of one long, continuous white belly. The fur buyers can see all that white, and that's what they're buying. That's what they want, is the white. So yeah, there we go. You can see that nice presentation right there. It's a good way to pin your legs together, and they're pretty close, but I'll probably go back and put some pins there. So that's the inside. Now we got to stretch that way. I'll do that real quick. I like these long aluminum push pins. They don't bend. When you use the plastic ones, it seems like the heads bust off a lot. Especially like this, the stretchers are made of basswood, so it's pretty soft and easy to get the pins in. But this little, you know, this extension I got, it's just a piece of particle board, so it's, or OSB, I mean, it's a little bit harder. So those cheap pins, they'll break. The heads will, and they're a pain in the ass to get out. But that's kind of that presentation. I'm going to put a pin there, you know, so they don't stretch and pull apart. You want it to look like one piece. Might be, you know, you might say, oh, you're overkill with your pins. I got lots of pins and I got lots of time, so. I do a nice job, and I usually do pretty good at the fur sales. You know, like I said, this isn't this is my favorite way to do it. There's lots of ways to skin a cat and stretch a cat, pun intended. But there we go. Now we're gonna move on to these top legs. Oh, I'm gonna pin his tail down first. You don't want that to shrivel up, and you know, you don't want your tail to shrivel up and fall off. They dock you for that. So I put one pin in the center and pin it to the board, and it'll dry just lovely. Put 3 in the tail. You know, make sure that tail, when you know, if you pull the bone out, wants to go close back up on itself. If you want it to pin it flat so it dries. Now we're gonna change our focus to these top legs, and what we want to do is I use coat hangers. Put a coat hanger in the leg and pin it up with the white part out, so it shows all the white this cat has to offer. Alright, I like to use plastic coat hangers for these front feet, or for those front legs, and I'll show you how I do that. Go rub them right out of my closet. My wife loves it. Not. Clip the hook off. Got a little something like that. Coat hangers are pieces of shit, others are better. Now, I'll take a little duct tape and try and get one long piece right there, and you can see that'll go fit nicely in those legs. Stretch them open and let the air flow and dry. With these long ones, that's longer than a bobcat leg, you can stick it down in there and it keeps their feet up, and I'll show you all that. take this coat hanger, stretch that leg out, and they fit. I mean, the diameter is just about perfect when you get them out like that. They fit really, really well. Just remember, you want that, you want that white to face out. So when you do it, you got to be kind of careful, so you're not, having to twist it. Because after it's stretched, these legs get pretty tight. And then I'll do the other one, but I'll stretch that, leave it, that coat hanger down here through the leg, and I'll take a push pin and pin that thing straight up. You can see what we're going for there. When I skin my cats, I take them clear to even that little dew claw on the back, I skin them right to the back of their main pad. And you got everything. I don't waste fur. I skin right around their buttholes and, give these buyers everything they're paying for. It's just a little bit of extra work, but I like to get everything that I can. So, but anyway, brush the belly out and kind of show you what we're dealing with here. Ooh. When I dry these, it's on the stretcher now, so it's going to dry over the next week or so. I like to comb the hair where I want it to stay. Nice line up the belly so that all that white hair is displayed. I'll go through after it's dried, borax this piece of blood out. There's just a little bit of blood right there. The borax is a good dry wash. But anyway, the back, the back is what it is. That's what I was going to show you, those ears. Pin those eye sockets open, those ears up. Nice straight line across the back, tail down. That cat will dry well. And when I hang these, I'm going to put it on the hanger and let it dry. I'll hang them upside down. And I'll kind of give it a tap on his nose, just like that. See the fur kind of flops down and it stands, it'd be standing straight out more like instead of flat. I like to let them dry like that so they look fuller. If you look, I'll show you again, kind of suck that cat in like it'd be natural. Then I'll knock it on the nose, kind of fluff it out. It helps open that hair up, helps it dry quicker from the outside as well. But it also kind of nice and full that cat looks. It's a great cat. It's a dry female, like I said. She has no milk stains, no worn fur around her nipples. I couldn't even feel her nipples when I fled on. Anyway, that's how I do things, and hope you learned something and enjoyed it. Have a nice day, guys. Gonna show you some more on the cat. I'm holding it, but there she is. It's a great bobcat. Great bobcat. I didn't know I zoomed in. Anyways, right where the legs are, we're about 9 inches wide. So